Today I want to share my experience with the first company that I closed for after becoming a full-time high-ticket closer. That was the first high-income skill that I really got full-time into. I started with copywriting and then I got into the unlocked high-ticket closer certification program, and after graduating from that course, I landed this company. They were based in the UK, and I live in Singapore, so I closed full-time for them. That's the first company that I closed for. And they're based in the UK, I'm based in Singapore. So the whole time I was closing for their time zone, so it was quite tough, right? So in the day, I would study their program. I would study how my sales director wanted me to close. And towards the night, my time, then calls would start to come in. It would come at 8 p.m., 12 p.m., 2 a.m., unearthly hours. And in between, if I had no calls, I would just take a nap, maybe practice some role play a little bit, do some studying. Like it was the toughest period of my life, just trying my hand at first time doing full-time high-ticket closing. And looking back about a year later, I want to share my experience and the key insights. And the main thing that I want to share today has got to do with structure and rigidity versus flow. Structure and rigidity versus flow. And this applies to pretty much everything and everyone, that when you're doing certain things, at first there must be some kind of structure, yes? Like closing for this influencer. My sales director told me to study his script, and he had a very, very long script. It was on a Google Drive document. So he would tell me, Sean, I have a lead for you, and I want you to close this lead. Get on the phone, open up your computer, and look at the script. And it was a long script, and he wanted me to just follow the sequence, right? How to open, and then what to do after that, what to do in the middle, what to do in the end. So it was a long ass script, and I had to follow every single word of it. And when I tried to deviate from it and just try to create my own flow, and my sales director heard the recording of my call, he would say, Sean, why did you say that? We did not train you to say that. It's not part of our script. Follow the script. Follow the script. And every time I deviated, because every prospect is different, right? You got to serve them differently, and sometimes I got to put in my own experience, my own insights to kind of build better rapport, better bond. I wanted things to be more organic, right? But he would say, follow the script, follow the script. So I had no choice. So I just listened to my sales director and just do as I said. And I never got any closes from that. Like the only 2 closes I got was because I completely deviated, and I shared with the prospect my story, my struggles as a martial arts instructor, and I understand what's going on, and that's how I got those closes. It was for a 12K USD program, and all those times I stuck to the script. I could never flow. So my point is this: whether you're closing, whether you're learning, whatever activity you're doing, you need to find a balance. And the balance today, after a year of experience, after a year of full-time closing, I see that it is 95% flow, 95% spiritual, 95% frequency. 95% of the things that we have to do are illogical, they're invisible. It's all here, it's all frequency. And the remaining 5%, that is the structure. And when it comes to structure, you have to ask yourself, okay, are you serving the structure, or is the structure serving you? Like in my case, you look at the script that I was sort of being told, or almost being forced to use. Maybe the script worked for my sales director. Maybe the script worked for other people that use it. But in my hands, I didn't understand who wrote it. I didn't understand the meaning behind it. I couldn't relate to it. It didn't even sound like me. And listen to this, not just once, but there were several times that people gave me feedback, and it's my own prospect, and said, Sean, I know that you're reading from a script. So if you could just tell me, what do you think about this? What's on your mind? Maybe it would help me better. And I was like, holy shit, like how did they know I have a script? I must have been sounding too robotic. So it was because of this incident that I learned that structure is good in the beginning, when you're training, when you're learning, when you are modeling after someone that has the results you want. Structure is important because you have to start somewhere. Now, once you get the structure itself will not get you to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, because you cannot work harder and harder. If you want your results to go up exponentially, you cannot be working harder exponentially, because physically there will be a limits. You know, I cannot memorize the script any harder. I cannot read the script any louder. I cannot, like, there's a limit physically. So when I reached my physical limits, that was when I realized that the breakthrough had to be in the mind. So I used the same script, I appreciate the structure, but then I injected more and more of my own flow, my own understanding, my own frequency, my own intention. And because of that, towards the end of my stint with this first company that I closed for, I managed to land 2 clients for them. 12K USD package, right? So whatever you're doing, ask yourself, right? Is the structure serving you, or are you serving the structure? If you start to feel that, you know, you're getting too robotic, you don't feel it anymore, then maybe it's time you take a step back and say, okay, is there any way I can let go of certain things? Because here's the trick: when you are too much inside the structure and you continue to work hard, you continue to push, you continue to just do it because, you know, someone told you to do it, or you think you have to do it, what's happening is you start serving the structure more and more, and you no longer become alive, right? It's almost like Bruce Lee's philosophy of martial arts, like human beings are alive and we flow, and the structure, the system is meant to serve us, not the other way around. So the thing is, the more you let go, and a lot of people are afraid, right? They're afraid of letting go the mechanics. What if, like, I don't have a script? What if I have no system, no structure to follow? And I get that. And I was a very, very mechanical and technical person for most of my life. And here's the thing about letting go. You have to understand that when it comes to structure, when it comes to physical things, mechanical things, letting go is not the same. I repeat, letting go is not the same as giving up. Letting go is just a matter of putting down. And when you put down something, it's like you're holding something in your hands and you just put it down for the time being. It's not giving up. It's not the same as giving up. You're just putting down for the time being. And why would you put down something? Why would you let go of something? It's so that you can free up more space to receive more, to have more. To receive and have more of what? Insight. You see, energy and intelligence is always flowing to you and through you all the time. It's there all the time. It's a question of whether can you receive that guidance, can you tap into the guidance, and can you just let it flow to you so that answers come to you. That's right, answers come to you. And the more stiff you are with your thinking, if you're like, I got to follow the script, I got to follow the system, I got to do 1, 2, 3, I got to do A, B, C, then you're no different from the martial artist that just follows the kata, just follows the form, without being able to flow in a real life situation, in a sparring situation, in a match where things are organic, when truth is always changing. You'll be so rigid that you cannot flow. So you have to learn how to let go. You have to learn how to put down. That way, the structure has lesser and lesser hold over you, and more of this insight, more and more of this guidance, more and more of this invisible thought stuff, which is there all the time, it can flow through you. And here's the thing I need you to do. I need you to relax and just let this guidance flow, right? Whatever structure, whatever rigidity, whatever thing you're holding on to, that's the equivalent of, my sales director forcing me to read the script. If you are going through something like that right now, and it hasn't been working, maybe just put it down for 5 minutes, for a day, and see, what kind of new angles, what kind of new insights, what kind of new thoughts, new ways of seeing things, maybe even new events, new people, new circumstances might just flow into your consciousness, flow into your reality, because you decided to let go and put down. When you let go and put down, you are freeing up so much space in here so that the structure gets dissolved and all the solutions will just come to you. Give it a try, give it a shot, right? Comment below, what is the next milestone? What is the next goal? What is the next thing that you're currently moving towards? And what do you think is the thing that you need to, maybe for now, temporarily, let go? I'm not saying forever, to put down and let go so that, you know, more insights, more solutions can flow. There's a lot of it. It's infinite, right? There's a reason why we call it infinite intelligence, right? And your rigidity itself, 1, 2, 3, ABC, is so limited. The conscious mind is so limited. And if you want an exponential breakthrough, you cannot be doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 every day. That's the definition of insanity. So my challenge to you today is to ask yourself, what can you put down? What can you let go? How can you relax better so that you can tap onto a source that is way more powerful than just your conscious mind? Because this is very limited. And if you continue to just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3 every day, like me relying on the script, eventually you're gonna go crazy. Because you cannot work exponentially harder, but you want exponential results, right? So can you see, to get there, it's not going to be logical. It's not going to be structural. The 5% of structure needs to be there, yes, but 95% of it cannot be based on structure and rigidity. If this video brought you the clarity, motivation, and inspiration you needed, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so every time I release a video on insights like this, you get notified. And if you know of a friend that has been struggling with the same routine, just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 every single day, without any change in the results, without any breakthrough, maybe they have a certain script in their mind that they need to let go as well. So do them a favor, tag them in the comments below, or just send them the URL to this video, the link. You never know whose life you could change when you take an action like that. And if you have any questions, whether it's related to having a high income skill, a paradigm shift, or high ticket closing, just feel free to comment below. I want to help you, right? You can write to me at Telegram at Sean Sena, or my email at team@seansena.com. And if I see that it's a legit powerful question, I'll do whatever I can to assist you. So I had fun making this video. Any comments, questions, feedback, send them my way, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers, guys.